paparazzi. Make a picture with me.
Good evening, Lisboa. Summer has arrived. I'm back in Europe, in the capital of Portugal, and I'm ready to explore a place renowned for its vibrant streets, trams, delicious food, and, well, rather steep hills. I'm very excited to get stuck right in and see what Lisbon has got to offer. Alright then, made it to the Praça de Comércio, and I'm just admiring the statue of King Jose, and this is the waterfront square, surrounded by all sorts of restaurants, gelaterias, just normal shops, and it's pretty fantastic scenery, to be honest. Some extremely talented individual has made this brilliant piece of artwork which represents every single team at the 2026 World Cup. Of course, being in Portugal, the GOAT CR7 is front and centre. Bom dia. So I'm staying in the Alfama neighbourhood, which is a very traditional, authentic place. It sits just on the hillside between the São Jorge and Tagus River. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct, so if you're fluent in Portuguese, please let me know. But there's a lot of narrow streets here, it's very hilly, and the interesting thing about this area is that it largely survived the devastating impact of the 1755 earthquake, which destroyed many other areas in Lisbon. So what you see before you remains a lot of the traditional structure and buildings. Absolutely incredible scenes. Views for days. Hola. So then, this is the menu. There's a few egg options, pancakes, acai bowls and granolas, croissants. So for sure it's gonna do the job for the first meal of the day. And then here are some of the drink options too. The smoothies, all the usual coffees, fresh juices. Obrigado. The sky is completely clear, so blue, and there is just a lot of character to everything. The colour scheme is very vibrant. Oh my goodness gracious me, look at that, freaking peacock. Be careful, miss. I'll tell you what, the step count is definitely step counting. Okay, so Zoge Castle was originally built for military purposes, however it was conquered in 1147 by King Afonso, the first king of Portugal, and he conquered it from the Moors, and from this point onwards it became a royal residence, and now it's obviously a national monument that people can visit. And I can see there's some walls that you can walk up, and no doubt there's going to be even more stunning panoramic views at the top. I've also realised there's an absolute abundance of peacocks around the castle walls and gardens. So what I always do when I travel is I Google Maps the location, places to eat, and try and find one reliable, healthy spot that I can go to and just eat at once a day. And the one that's come up 5 minutes from my Airbnb is a place called Honest Greens, which serves healthy and nutritious food, which is what I need. High protein, whole foods. The menu is a sizable one. On the marketplace section you can, well, there's protein options for chicken, steak, fish, there's some vegan ones there too, garden bowls, obviously that's more vegetable focused. You can add extra protein to your dish, you can add extra sides, and for drinks there's the H2O bar, free refill bar, kombucha, juices, and if you're feeling a little bit frisky, some wine and craft beer. And the food has arrived within 5 minutes and it's completely fresh. I remember seeing one in Barcelona, and I think there's one in Madrid, there's one in London, there's probably a few in some other locations, but it's good to see that the demand is there for them and progress is being made and more people are adopting a healthy lifestyle. Lisbon is looking fairly well lit this evening, so I'm going to get on it. Oh, only kidding. Hello. Right, there's a crowd of people over here, so surely there's something interesting going on. Oh look, it's the Santa Justa elevator, which I believe is actually closed at the moment. Good morning, just walking through Rusio Square on the way for some breakfast. And it appears that the breakfast scene here is very, very good. There is so many options for breakfast and brunch. I've also observed that June is the month of festivals here. So what this involves is block parties in various different neighbourhoods where people drink and vibe and just have a good time. So it does appear, if that's your thing, that June is a very good time to visit.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's a criminal.
Hi, Spider-Man.
Are you a criminal?
I think so.
You are a paparazzi. Make a picture with me. Give me.
Alright, this is the famous Elevador Da Bica, which is a go-to spot here for tourists. It's a tram line on a steep hill that goes all the way down to the Tagus River, or should I actually say the Teju River, as I now know how to correctly pronounce in Portuguese. looks like they've redeveloped this area from what was once an industrial unit to now an area where there's bars, restaurants, businesses and people selling their products at local stalls. Check it out. I needed to restock my lingerie anyway. Anyway, now it's time for the gym, and there's two brilliant options here in Portugal. Neither of them are directly in the city centre, and the first one is called Blackout Gym. This is south on the other side of the river, and this has been dubbed as Europe's best gym before, which is very intriguing. And then the other option is Mr. Big Evolution, so this is still on this side of the river along the coastline west. And this is apparently the biggest gym in Europe, or so I believe it is. So there's a decision to be made.
Burn it up, burn it up, burn it up.
Decided to go to Blackout Gym, 30 minutes in the Uber from Alfama. By the way, the Ubers are very affordable here. So let's see how good this gym is. Hola. Could I please have a day pass? Oh. It appears that everything's split into body part sections. Very aesthetic, full of all the bodybuilding equipment. One absolute sick gym this is. They've even got this full downstairs area just for leg equipment. It's very easy to navigate though, all the machines are grouped into body part areas. So the gym was €15 for a day pass and was ultimately a very solid setup. There was a great atmosphere, a wide range of equipment, and it was very clean, well maintained and spacious. Blackout is definitely a place to visit if you are serious about your training and fitness. The only thing to add, and a cultural difference that I did observe with the gyms in Portugal, at least compared to the ones that I train at in the UK, is that they are big on you using a towel during your session. So remember, if you are training while travelling, remember to bring one and have one to hand. Okay, just took the train from Sodré to Belém, and I've come to visit here to sample the nata, of course. Hola!
Hola! Hola! Ah, também quer dizer olá! Olá!
What's all your names?
Roberto! Gonçalo! Eunice! My name is Eunice, I'm 15 years old.
Não tiras de fazer descrição. YouTube, pá, tens noção aí.
Não ouvi?
Nem. Where are you from?
England.
England.
Bellingham, Jude Bellingham.
But it's
Who's going to win the World Cup?
Portugal.
You look like Mr. Beast.
When are you gonna post this?
1 week.
Yeah. Tchau, beijinho.
Obrigado.
Watch a lot of videos of people traveling,
Yeah.
so we can get like ideas and itineraries and everything. And they saw you and they thought like, oh, we'll watch this video. Hola para YouTube.
Hola. Hola YouTube.
Venezuela. Venezuela. Venezuela.
I am from
Venezuela.
Venezuela.
How are you finding Lisbon?
¿Cómo les gusta la ciudad? ¿Les gusta o no?
Sí, me encanta.
Yes, I love Portugal and Lisbon.
Amazing.
¿Y tú, Anto? Yes. ¿Ah?
Yo.
Anyway, I've come to sample the pastel de nata, and this bakery was the first place that the pastel de nata was ever baked.
The original.
Yeah.
No one knows the recipe apart from 5 people in the world, and not even 4 of them know the full recipe. If you're allergic to nuts, well, here's the thing, there's cross-contamination. I'm going to bring you the allergenic page, and you're going to take a look through it, see if anything pops out. If not, you're fine. So these are all the things that might have. So cereals containing gluten products, eggs and all that. go for the... There we go. Os pastéis de Belém têm nozes e protegidos, não tem?
No, nada.
Right, so meant to put some cinnamon on there. Wow, that is so warm, custardy and sweet. That is honestly one of the best things I've tasted in my entire life. Please.
Diferente.
We spent the final day going on a little excursion to Sintra, which is located 30 kilometres northwest of Lisbon. We caught the train at Rossio station for 40 minutes, and once we arrived, headed to Pena Palace, which is arguably one of the country's most famous landmarks. The site was originally a monastery, however this was destroyed in the 1755 earthquake, and 100 years later, King Consort Ferdinand II purchased the ruins and transformed it into the colourful, dramatic structure that it is today, with the purpose of the design to inspire creativity and imagination. And holy moly, did they get it right. It felt like something straight out of a fantasy movie or novel. And we're at the airport, ready to fly home, back to the UK. Lisbon's an incredible place, a very cool spot. The city is extremely scenic with the hills, charming buildings, and just the Portuguese culture in general is very pleasant and friendly. You can practically walk everywhere, or you can ride a tram if you wish. The food scene is absolutely on point. There's so many healthy cafes, coffee shops, brunches, pastries. It's not too expensive as well, although the EU prices are going up at the moment. There is a few things to consider. So firstly, going back to the hill and walking points, it's probably best to wear comfortable shoes because you're going to be racking up the steps. And then secondly, the options in terms of Airbnbs are all quite dated. However, I suppose that this is just part and parcel of staying in Lisbon and experiencing the old city charm. Now, June is definitely a good time to visit at the start of the peak season. The Santos Populares festivities are in full swing, so the nightlife is active and the weather is absolutely fantastic. So overall, what an excellent city. And remember, this is what life is all about. Having adventures, staying active and training, and having new experiences. Lisbon, I'll be back soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.